What is up, Adams family? Quarantine has got my hair growing longer than my fuzzy face. And speaking of fuzz, you may have seen that JHS released 4 new fuzz pedals in what they're calling their Legends of Fuzz series. So what this series is all about is recreating the classic circuits of 4 classic fuzz pedals. Now, we're going to get into a little bit more about what these pedals are, but we're just going to be talking about one today in particular. But before I get into any of that, make sure that if you haven't yet subscribed to our channel, that you go ahead and do that. It helps a lot for our channel, and especially if you can give a like on the video as well, that also helps us out a lot. Anyways, so first and foremost, I gotta say how much I love JHS as a guitar pedal company. They've got a wide variety of really great pedals. I think the creator of JHS, Josh Scott, is a genius for this kind of stuff. There's a lot of great pedal guys out there, and he's one of them for sure. So before I start the demo, let me tell you a little bit about the pedal in general. So the Fuzz Bender is based off of a particular version of the Tone Bender, referred to as the Mark III or the Onomatopoeia version. Now, that original version utilized germanium transistors, but apparently, and this is according to JHS, apparently the tones that it could get were not as consistent. And so to combat that and to make the pedal more consistent, JHS replaced the germanium transistors with silicon transistors. Now, I don't really know that. I'm still learning about how components affect the sound when it comes to guitar pedals. So I don't really know why germanium would be less consistent compared to silicon. But like I said, I think JHS is doing great stuff, so I'm just gonna take their word for it. Now, before owning this pedal, I've only ever seen and heard one Tone Bender in my life. And how I would describe the sound, it reminded me of like a Big Muff pedal, but with a little bit less boominess. I love Big Muff pedals. They're some of my favorite fuzz pedals in general, especially the Op Amp Big Muff, which I'll do a demo of that at some point. But in any case, so Big Muffs tend to be really high in like the bass frequencies. And the Tone Bender that I heard that a friend of mine had, it seemed to be much more mid-range, have a little more mid-range attack and character to it. And I really liked that sound. It sounded like a healthy blend of both fuzz and overdrive, which is something I tend to do anyway. I like to mix my overdrive with my fuzz sometimes. Just kind of gives it a little more tonal character, a little bit of beef in the mid-range. But in any case, I've said a lot of stuff about fuzz pedals. I could talk all day about fuzz pedals. Let's get into this demo. All right, guys, so before we start the demo, let me just give you a brief rundown on the gear I'm using and some stuff about how we're going to go about this pedal demo. So I'm using my Fender Pawn Shop Jaguar Rio, and I'm using my Fender Bassman 59 as my amp. I'm miking it up with a Sennheiser E906 on the bright setting of that microphone. Now, although I have 3 pickups and I have the 5-way selector switch, I'm just gonna make it simple and just stick with my neck, middle, and bridge. If you've seen our previous demos, you know that I'm working with a Fender Strat pickup in the neck, a Seymour Duncan Strat 90 in the middle position, and a Seymour Duncan JB in the bridge. Okay, and last but not least, on the pedal itself, instead of showing you the different variety of tones you can get on this pedal, because there are a lot, I'm just going to stick to one consistent tone that I was able to get out of this pedal, and I was able to capture in a pretty coherent fashion. So that's what those settings are. Looks like the fuzz attack is just before 12 o'clock. The tone is just after 3 o'clock. And then the volume is right there at 1 o'clock. Okay, and that's just because with fuzz, it sometimes can be hard to capture some of the nuances in a vacuum as opposed to a live setting. So I'm just trying to get a comparable tone as best I can. If you want to hear more tones with this pedal, I'm happy to do some more videos. Just leave a comment in the description and I'll post some more videos of different tones we can get. But anyway, let's go ahead and get started. So when the demo starts, you're just going to see a screen of the Bender and me playing in action. All right, guys, that's the demo. Want to say a big thank you for sticking around and watching the video all the way through the end. If you liked the video, please go ahead and give it a like. It really helps the channel out. And if you haven't subscribed yet, go ahead and hit that subscribe button so you can stay up to date with all the new videos we're going to be posting real soon. With that being said, guys, I'm going to bounce. Thank you guys so much for watching the video, and we'll see you in the next one real soon.